3, 2, 1.
My name is Nick. I'm a full-time trader and entrepreneur. We put out tons of stuff for free for traders.
These are real trades. This is real money. I'm putting my money on the line.
This is going to be a live trading video. Here, locking in over $1,000 on this trade.
Wow, I'd love to get in on this.
Technical insights that really look good to me.
Here we go, we're live.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another live stream. Today, we got a special guest. You guys are used to probably just seeing me here on the screen, but we do have a brand new person coming onto the stream. Hello to Matthew from Audacity Capital. Matthew, how you doing, man?
Hi, Nick. Yeah, I'm very well. Thank you. Thank you for having me on. Yes, pleasure to be here.
No problem. I'm glad that you're here. And guys, just a little bit of context. We here at A1 Trading, we're constantly looking for networks and things to collaborate with. And we're super excited to be here today with Audacity Capital, which if you guys aren't familiar with Audacity Capital, I'll just give you my version and then we'll hear from Matthew because I'm sure he has way more to say than I do. Audacity Capital is basically a funding program based in London. Is that right?
Correct. Yeah, we're based in London. We're currently on our trading floor here in London now. So
yes, so you guys can see they got the racks of computers and everything. They're very, very prestigious over there. But yes, they are a funding program or a proprietary trading firm that allows traders to essentially earn the right to trade on their behalf, which we're going to hear a little bit about from our representative here, Matthew. Matthew, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself and maybe how you got started with Audacity?
of course, yeah. So I've actually, my relationship with Audacity began probably about 2.5 years ago now, when I went through their Hidden Talents program. So we offer a kind of like a training course where you go through like a 1 month long intensive course where you learn everything that you need to learn about training and trading, obviously. And that's kind of where my relationship with Audacity started. I've now been working for them for the last 6 months or so, where I started in the talent acquisition team. So started interviewing traders because that's kind of part of our process and how we onboard traders into our funding program where they start with live funds. So I've been doing the support team, also with the talent team. So like I said, interviewing the traders. And for the last month or couple of months, I've been head of operations. So anything related to implementing the product. So also like more of the support side of things. So a lot of people out there, they may have spoken to me on email or on the phone already over the last couple of months. If you're already a trader with us, or if you've been doing your interviews over the last 6 months, you may have spoken to me then as well. So sure. Yeah, that's a bit about me.
Very, very cool. Yeah. So Audacity Capital, I know, has a very, very unique way of approaching the whole prop firm, the world. I'm definitely excited to hear a little bit more of that. And I just want to say before we get too far into this is a live stream. So for those of you guys who are with us in the chat, if you do have questions, please feel free to drop them in the chat. We'll do our best to try and get to them as we go along. If not, we have kind of a planned list of questions that we're going to go through here today, just so you guys can hear a little bit from Matthew about Audacity Capital and what they may have available to you that might be of interest. So the first thing here, again, funding programs right now are like so big. They're so interesting to so many traders because of that ability for somebody who may not have a lot of trading capital to actually kind of size things up in a realistic fashion to make their trading worthwhile. So you mentioned that you had first gotten involved with Audacity Capital as kind of a trader. What was that like?
Yeah, it was certainly an eye-opening experience. Like I said, I started on the Hidden Talents program. Before that, I did a master's degree. So I did a master's in finance and investment banking, then kind of decided that I wanted to go down the route of trying to trade myself. I did the Hidden Talents program here at Audacity, which it was before COVID. So obviously it's kind of moved more to remote trading and an online experience now, but sure. Before it was an in-person experience on our trading floor for 1 month. 1 month long, where you then move on to the funding program after that. So that was a really good experience. It was definitely an eye-opening one for me as I kind of continued on my trading journey myself and sure. Now move more into the back end business side of things. Yes. But yeah, no, it was really good.
Very cool. So in terms of, I'll just jump into probably a question that I know a lot of people have right off the bat.
Yeah.
what kind of, let's say that someone gets involved with Audacity Capital, because I know you guys do like interviews and conversations, and
Yep.
it's definitely that way better feel than I would say than a lot of the ones out there, that very personal touch aspect to it. But once you do get involved, what kind of trading account sizes does Audacity Capital have like available to their traders? Is that something you could talk on?
Of course, yeah, absolutely. So we only have kind of one funding kind of program essentially. I know a lot of the other competition out there, you pay a different amount and you get a different size account. So the more you pay, the bigger the capital that you have access to.
Sure.
We do things very differently here. So we start with live accounts only, like you just said. We interview our traders first to decide whether we think that they are a good fit for our program, whether we like their trading strategy, whether they have good risk management. They can manage a larger amount of capital. But once you are accepted through that, it's a very quick process. You would find out the same day that you had your interview if you've been accepted. And then from there, you'd start with $15,000. And that, like I said, that's a live account from day one. There's no kind of demo process or challenge where you're kind of wasting your time trying to beat a challenge in order to have access to the live funds. So it's $15,000 that you start with. And every 10% profit that you make on that account, we double it in size. Okay. So you start with 15, you then, once you make your 10%, you go to 30, then to 60, 120, 240, and then finally $480,000, which is the maximum account size that we can currently allocate to one of our single traders. Cool. All throughout that time, you're not charged anymore. You're still paying a set monthly fee essentially. So we have an initial cost of £298 to generate your live account. And then the month after that, it goes down to £99 per month. And that's not going to change no matter what your account ends up being. So when you get to the final stage of funding at almost $500,000 US, you're still only going to be paying £99 per month for that account size.
Very cool. That's awesome, because then that gives you really, if you have that skill, you're paying a fixed rate, which is really nice, because that fixed rate kind of goes away as you get to those larger accounts if you're theoretically able to get there, which is awesome. Goes away in terms of like it's very little compared to the capital that you're managing, which is awesome. So let's say someone gets started and they do work their way up. What are do you have splits? What's that approach look like in terms of like a trader is trading with, let's say $15,000 or $30,000 on the firm's money? How does the trader benefit from that? Should they do well with it?
Yeah, so we have a 50-50 profit share. So every time you make your 10% profit target, we remove the profit from the account, we split it with you 50-50, and we then double your account in size. So like I said, we only deal with live accounts, so you're never going to have any kind of issues of payouts or anything like that, because it's just a matter of withdrawing the funds and sending it over to you. And that's all going to be processed and done within a 24-hour period. Very cool. It's very, very quick and swift. You don't have to wait for the end of the month. It's literally as soon as you hit your target, you just notify us, we withdraw the profits, and we send it over to you. And we obviously are doubling your account at that time as well.
Very cool. So here's a question. My background is a little bit in like software and in like stuff like that. I went to school for computer science, so I'm always kind of trying to use tools in my trading, and I'm like a custom indicators kind of guy and stuff like that. So I use MetaTrader 4. I was wondering for traders who use Audacity Capital's platform, what does that platform look like? What kind of tools are available for traders? Is there MetaTrader 4? Like, what kind of platform are you using if you're trading there?
Yeah, exactly, Nick. Yeah, so we use MT4, exactly the same as you. We believe that it's kind of the most widely used, well-known platform that's out there. Like you said, there's loads of custom indicators that you can use on there. I don't know anyone that kind of hasn't heard of MT4 in some aspects, even if they have used other platforms. They do have some kind of experience and interaction with MT4 in the past. We believe it's kind of the best and simplest platform as well, because obviously we're looking to reach the largest number of traders that we can fund. So using the biggest platform that available, it kind of makes the most sense.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, and MetaTrader 4 is just so user friendly to the average trader out there, because I know sometimes it can be intimidating for traders who are like, well, I'm very comfortable in my skin over here on MetaTrader 4 to try and go out and trade like, I don't know, another platform. Is it currently only MetaTrader 4? Is there any other like different things that you use on the back end?
Yeah, it's currently only MT4. So
Okay.
what we say to our traders that really, prefer to use other platforms is that, we have no problem with traders using, say C Trader or Ninja Trader or, doing their analysis elsewhere and then just trading our accounts off the naked charts. That's what
Sure.
we would say to most people that are really kind of set in one platform. They really like it. They have all of their tools already loaded in there, and they're not looking to make that switch over to MT4. But the majority of people will just, if you can get an indicator for C Trader or Ninja Trader, the likelihood is you'll be able to get it for MT4 as well. So most people just make that transition over. Like you said, it's a very simple, easy to use platform. Which is one of the main reasons why we like it so much.
Sure. Very cool. Awesome. So we did get a question in the chat. So what is the leverage actually used by the platform you guys are running?
Yeah. So the leverage on our accounts are 1 to 5. However,
Okay.
the leverage is not overly relevant on our accounts because we have a lot size limitation to impose good risk management on our traders. Now, the maximum exposure you can open on the initial 15K account you start on is half a lot all cumulative. So that's all of your open trades added up. So you can either open one trade at 0.5 lots or you can open 5 trades at 0.1 lot. It's up to you how you would like to split that lot size allocation up. And that also doubles every time your account doubles. So when you get to the 30K, you can open 1 lot, 60K, you can open 2 lots, so on and so forth.
Okay.
A lot of people, a lot of our traders that come in, they see that more as a limitation. However, we see it in a different way. And a lot of people that, start trading with us will come back to me in 1 month and say, actually, that's actually a really good feature that you guys have on your accounts because it stops you from breaking your own risk management rules.
Right.
Probably, I would say one of the biggest mistakes that traders make. They have their trading plan, they have all their rules, but that they have to impose those rules on themselves. There's
Sure.
nothing to stop them from over leveraging one time if they have access to more leverage, or just increasing that lot size. Placing a trade when they shouldn't place one when they already have X amount of lot size already used up. With our platform and with our funded accounts, it won't allow you to do that. So it's going to force you essentially to stick to your plan, impose good risk management on yourself.
Right.
And a lot of our traders that we speak to that actually hit their targets come to us and say, initially I was skeptical, but as soon as I started on the program, I immediately saw the benefit of having that kind of lot size limitation and the risk management that it then allows you to religiously follow, essentially.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. And honestly, even if you're not trading with a prop firm, it's something to think about too. Is
Yeah,
like if you can
100%.
purposely reduce your leverage so that you can't accidentally take a big trade. So those are actually rules in place to keep you in really in the protection zone, if you will, in terms of your position sizing, which is actually really cool. We did have another question. Which broker? So for your execution of trades, what do you use? Do you have a partnered broker? What do you use for trade execution?
Yeah, so we don't use a broker. We're actually lucky enough to have access to institutional liquidity.
Okay.
So our trade, when you're placing a trade with us, it's going directly to the top tier 1 banks essentially. So instead of the trade going to the broker and then the live exchange, it's going to go straight to the live exchange. So you're essentially just skipping the middleman out essentially.
Cool.
What that's going to allow you to have is an account that has no commissions and no swaps, which is actually why we then have to charge the set monthly fee to cover the cost of your trading. But like I mentioned earlier, that set monthly, it's not going to take you very long because of our scaling system for that set monthly fee to be less than you would be paying equivalent in commissions and swaps if we were using a traditional kind of retail broker.
Sure.
So that's kind of the main real kind of benefit that we get from using the institutional liquidity, as well as obviously we get very fast execution and tighter spreads as well. So it's kind of a win on all fronts essentially with the institutional liquidity.
Absolutely. Very, very important stuff there. And that's a huge advantage because that really, puts you far ahead. And if you're trading on a platform with that, you see the difference for sure. Because that is, having spreads, it doesn't seem like a lot when you're doing it, but the access right into the liquidity pool like that, it makes your trading that much better. So
exactly,
that's very cool. So I'm just trying to go through some more questions here in the chat, guys. Like I said, if you have any, feel free to ask Matthew down below in the chat here for you. Let's see. Got a couple good ones. How long does it typically take to level up your account? That's how long. Yeah. So what is that process like? Like, let's say that is it just based on returns? Is there a set time frame you have to trade in order to get your account boosted? What does that look like?
Yeah, so it's every time you make 10% profit on the account. So in terms of a timeline, obviously that's going to be different for different strategies, different traders, different kind of time frames that people trade on. But on average, it kind of takes our traders between 4 and 6 weeks to hit their 10% profit target. And as soon as they do, we're, like I said earlier, we're within 24 hours. Once you hit that target, we're withdrawing the profits, splitting it with you 50-50, and then doubling your account size essentially.
Sure. And then I kind of had a question to throw in there too. So I know because Audacity Capital has always stuck out to me, we've partnered several times on our content with you guys.
Yeah.
And one of the main reasons I really liked is the personal touch feel with how you guys incorporate your new traders. I also wanted to ask for people here, what kind of training and what kind of like curating of your traders goes into, like, you interview someone and let's say that someone seems to have a lot of potential. Do you have training that you go through? Do you have some access to educational stuff? Like, how do you kind of boost your own traders that have come up on the program?
Yeah, that's a good question, Nick. So like you said, in regards to the interview process and the personal touch, there's no demo process. There's no challenge that you have to kind of go through to get access to the live funds. We're interviewing all of our traders. So when you apply to us, you're going to get a phone call from one of our talent acquisition staff, and they're going to ask you a number of different questions about your risk management, your trading strategy. They're also going to kind of offer you some kind of guidance and advice in regards to how you can tailor that best to our program. So in regards to people's risk management, especially, because obviously you have that lot size limitation. If people are used to, using, like you say, higher leverage, or they're used to, exceeding the lot size limitation that we have on our accounts, the team is going to offer you some advice to how you can best adjust your current strategy to best fit our program. Which is kind of one way we're kind of guiding people and helping people into the program. From the interview stage, though, there's no educational training. We offer two programs. We offer the funding program, which is directly for our experienced traders, and we also have the Hidden Talents program, which is for either people that are looking to learn more, which is the 1 month long intensive course that I essentially went through at the start of my journey with Audacity. After that Hidden Talents program, you then move on to the funding program. But obviously that's kind of not for everyone. We also have an Audacity Capital app. So I would say it's more of kind of like a community, a social media for all of our funded traders or people who are looking to become funded traders with us. It's a great space for you to communicate and interact with other traders. You can ask for advice. You can ask, speak to, looking at potential trade setups, opinions, all these kinds of different things that you can share on the app. It's definitely a good space if you're looking to become a funded trader with us. It's a good space for you to get involved with, to meet other traders that are potentially already funded by us. So yeah.
Sure. Yeah. And I think that's just such a key thing is, you have access to that level of education and, just from what I've seen, because I've just being in the space for a while and, we're not obviously on our end, we're not a funding program of any sort, but from all the ones that I've seen, Audacity Capital has always stuck out to me for that level of, that personal touch per trader thing. And guys, I just want to say, if you are, thinking about Audacity Capital, the fact that you could just hop on a phone call and talk and try and get into an interview is a great thing. And if this is something that you're looking for, if you feel like you've been trading and you've been seeing some results yourself on your smaller accounts and you're looking to get funded and to get serious with your trading, it's a great idea to hit that link down below in the description and get in contact with some of these guys. You can tell they're on the ready to help you out and to get you started with them. They're looking for more talent. So again, if that is you, if you're here in the chat, there's a link down below in the description. I want to encourage you to click that and to go check them out, go have a conversation with somebody there. I'm sure they'll be happy to do that. And then I had another question for you. We'll just keep it rolling here. What markets can you actually trade within the Audacity Capital program? That's a big question for myself and for a lot of people, right? They want to know, can they trade currencies, gold, commodity? Like, what can they trade within the platform based on, some people have strategies that they like to trade specific assets. What is available there for Audacity Capital?
Of course, yeah. So initially on the 15K account that you start on, you're only trading Forex. So all of the major, minor, and cross currency pairs. So all 28 of those markets. Obviously, because it's a live account from day one, we can't let you loose on all of the more volatile asset classes, commodities, indices, things like that. However, once you've proven yourself and you've made it to stage 4, so you've got your original account balance to 120,000 US dollars. We then have the opportunity to apply to our risk management team to trade more volatile assets. And if you've demonstrated a good strategy and you've been strict and you've followed it, demonstrated also good risk management and good control over your capital, then there's no reason why our risk team wouldn't allow you to trade more volatile assets with more margin in regards to, like you said, things like gold, indices, different financial assets like that.
Sure. Very, very cool. And then also, what's your policy on like holding things over the weekend? Are you friendly to that? Do you have to cut them off on Friday? What kind of situation is that for traders on the platform?
So typically we close all of our exposure over the weekend as a general rule of thumb. However, we do kind of appreciate and understand that we work with swing traders also. So we kind of have a policy where if you would like to hold a position over the weekend, you can fill out a form on our website and you can apply to essentially hold it over the weekend. You'll then get one of the risk management team that will go through your trade and assess the current market situation. If there's no kind of excess market risk or anything like that, and you've got a secure stop loss in place, then there's no reason why we wouldn't allow you to hold that trade over the weekend. However, if we do fear a market gap or we there's a big speech happening in political speech or something like that happening over the weekend, then we may look to close the position out anyway. These are the kind of things that we're looking to do in regards to the weekend positions.
Cool. Here's a good question from Nilesh in the chat. I hope I said your name right. If I didn't, I apologize. So I guess for whoever signs for this, they don't need to leave their full-time job. Do you have any traders that are part-time people? Like, what's your cast of characters of different people that work with you?
Of course, yeah. No, you absolutely don't need to leave your full-time job. Obviously, we welcome traders that are full-time and professional traders, but we also understand that not everyone can commit that kind of time to their trading because they have other things going on in their lives. Sure. Like we mentioned earlier with the 10% profit targets, there's no time limit for you to hit that target. We're not looking to put you under any kind of unnecessary pressure or anything like that, because all we think that creates is pushing you essentially to take setups and take trades that do not fit into your strategy and your trading plan. We're not looking to force people to say it was a 10% target and we only gave you a month. We're not looking for people to get to 9% with a few days to go and to start gambling and trying to hit that target. We're looking for traders that have experience, that will stick to a strategy, and we want you to trade that way. We don't see any kind of benefit in imposing any kind of time limits or restrictions. So it's whenever you get there, as soon as you hit your target, whether it's, some people, I think the record I believe is around 6 days for someone to hit their 10% profit target. I think they actually did it in one trade. I think it was an Aussie dollar short trade a few months ago, I believe. That was, and they did it in 6 days, which is very impressive. But wow, that is. If it takes a month, 6 weeks, 2 months, that's when you'll get paid. We're not going to restart you, reset your account because you didn't hit a target. That's not how we operate. Sure.
Very, very good answer there. So I have a question here from Franco, and I'm going to add my own take, and then I'll ask you to include on it. So what basic training or knowledge is required before being considered? And the thing I would say just on my end of the trading YouTube channel side of stuff is, if you're looking to be with a prop firm, you're probably a little bit more experienced at this point. You're ready to take on more capital, and you're not super intimidated by the markets and just losing money left and right? Again, Audacity Capital is looking for talented traders. They're looking for people who are kind of headed in the right direction and can help them go to that next level. So on top of that, what other things would you say, Matt, for the people who are interested in possibly working with a fund like Audacity Capital? What would you kind of say, knowledge or training, things to know before trying to get involved with the program?
Of course, yeah. No, obviously we're looking for people that are experienced. We're looking for you to have at least kind of 3 to 6 months trading with a live account. Now, we believe that's something that's really important because with our prop firm, you're only ever going to be trading live funds. You're not going to be trading on a demo account, even after if it's a demo process and then either a demo or a live account. We believe it's really important to have that real money experience. I'm sure you know as well as I do that trading on a demo account is extremely different to trading when it's either your own personal funds or someone else's live capital. So it's really important to have that live experience, and that's something that we definitely look for. And we're looking for traders that like you say, that are on the rise, that are profitable. They have a strategy. Important. Something else that's really important, obviously, is risk management as well. We're looking for traders that aren't looking to kind of take excess risk and over leverage themselves. We're looking for traders to make slow and steady progress, steady gains, sticking to their plan, sticking to their strategy, no matter what it is. As I'm sure you're also aware, Nick, trading can be broken down more into a probability game. If you can win 50% of your trades, but when you're winning, you're winning like a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio or something like that, you're going to make profit over the long run. You don't have to worry with us, obviously, about making large gains really quickly, because we're doing that for you. We're doubling your account size when you get to 10%. All you have to do is just focus on sticking to your strategy, making slow and steady progress to getting to that 10% mark. And then, like I say, once you've hit that stage, we do the rest for you. We double your account and you start again at the higher capital level.
Yes, absolutely. And that's the thing is, that's what I would say to anybody in the chat. If you've been struggling with like blowing accounts and you're trying to make money too fast, well, first of all, you should probably slow it down, prove to yourself that you could do it slow and steady and consistently. And then the opportunities are limitless, especially with a group like Audacity Capital. I mean, if you work your way up to $500,000 in trading account size, that's a significant portion of money. Whereas if you make 1% on that side of the account, it's very different than if you're just trading with your $300 account at home. So it can be a huge way to leverage in an intelligent way your trading skills. So if you're out there, if you've been practicing and improving and you're serious about your trading, I'm telling you guys, it's a great idea. Hit that link down below in the description and talk to someone there. Get in contact, because obviously, on the YouTube channel here, I can only take you so far, but I would encourage you to go take the time to go have a conversation with those people, the kind people at Audacity Capital. They're ready.
Exactly.
To help you out. So
they're primed and ready. They're waiting to hear from you.
Yep. So what is the limit in doubling the account? We already talked about that a little bit earlier. What was it? 480,000? Is that right?
Yeah. So 480,000 is the maximum size we double to. So yeah, just under 500,000. That's currently what the limit's at the moment.
Right. And that's a pretty dang good account size. That's
yeah,
you can make some serious damage with that. So
exactly.
That is awesome. And then someone else asked, let me see if I can find, so we already kind of talked about this. We kind of touched on it very quickly, but could you just run through the fees that, are getting started and just kind of touch on that for a second?
Absolutely. So like I mentioned earlier, the fees are there to cover the cost of using the institutional liquidity provider that we use, because we don't use a traditional retail broker. Because you're using that institutional liquidity, it means your account will have no commissions and no swaps. So there's no kind of fees built into your trades whatsoever. You just have to cover the cost of using the liquidity provider by the set monthly fee. So the initial startup cost for the program is £298. And then the month after that, it's going to go down to £99 per month. And like I said, that's going to cover the cost of using the liquidity provider, and it's not going to change. It's always going to stay at £99 per month, no matter what account size you get to. So when you reach that magical $480,000 account size, the maximum one that we provide, you're still only going to be paying £99 per month, which is obviously going to be, at that point, it's going to be a fraction of the profits that you're going to be returning from an account that size.
Very cool. And also, we've got just a shout out to Jimmy, who is currently in the program. He says, I'm managing 30K right now, and I started October 14th. So Jimmy, very cool to hear from you. And you're not the first one either. I've heard a lot of people who have said good things about working with Audacity Capital. So when you guys reached out and you wanted to do another a live stream promotion, I was like, let's do it. It's not even, I'm excited to talk about it and hear more. Because, for me, just on my side of things, if I can encourage people to go find programs that work out for them and bring them to success, that's all the better for kind of what we're trying to do here on the channel, which is just talk real trading and bringing things up. And like I said, some of the best things about working with a prop firm, and we've already talked about this earlier, was when you have those built-in risk management processes and they're looking for serious real trading, like not doubling accounts, nothing like that. No like nonsense, just real trading growth. And if you do well, you get more trading capital. If you do well again, you get more trading capital. That's the real deal. So I would definitely say, like I said, we've said it a couple of times, but check them out. Link is down below. That's pretty much all the questions I had listed here. If you guys have anything else, maybe we'll just give a minute or so for you to drop them. I've been trying to do my best. But yeah, so you only get paid out when you make the 10%. That's correct, right? I think you basically just got to hit that target.
Exactly. But if you do say for whatever reason you do stop trading with us, say you're going away for a month and you're looking to pause your account, it's not like we do anything with that account. So it's going to stay untouched exactly where it is. And then as soon as you're ready to start trading with us again, you can start up exactly from where you left off. So say you've only got to the 5% limit. It's not like if you stop trading, we're taking the profits out of that account. It's going to remain completely untouched, so that when you are ready to return to trading with us, you're already still at that 5% limit, and you can crack on and get to that 10% mark.
Sure. Another question for you is, what is like the max drawdown that you allow on an account? Like, what does that look like?
Good question. Yeah, the maximum drawdown is 10% on the initial balance.
Okay.
So again, this is kind of similar to in regards to time limits on targets and things like that. We're not looking to kind of unnecessarily trip traders up by. I know a lot of prop firms and people will trail their drawdown limits. That's not something that we do. Our drawdown will always stay on the initial balance. And obviously, if you were to unfortunately hit that drawdown limit, then you would be withdrawn from the program. However, you can reapply for a second chance. And if, for whatever reason, it's just trading wasn't going your way for that couple of months or whatever, then we're going to give you a second chance to restart the program at the 15,000 again.
Very cool. Yep. And there you go. Drawdown of 10%. It's, if you're using small position sizes, it's actually not that insane. Exactly. It is if you're using a small account and you're highly leveraged, but on a larger account, 10% is very forgiving as long as you are keeping your sizes small. Very cool. Is hedging allowed is another question. Is that something that you're allowed to do or not allowed to do?
So hedging on the same currency pair is not allowed as part of our risk management rules and guidelines. Okay. However, we have no issues with you hedging on a currency pair that's similarly correlated. Sure. Yeah, for example, if you're looking to hedge a position on a couple of pound pairs or something like that, that's not going to be a problem. But it's just not allowed on the same currency pair. Right.
So you could do something like buy GBP USD, short GBP JPY, and that would kind of give you that exposure. Exactly. Gotcha. Very, very cool. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, here's a good question. So is it offered? So do you have any limitations on people from different parts of the world and where they can join from? Is it open to US traders, from people from Asia, different parts of the world where there may be limitations?
Of course. Yeah. No, our funding program is open to everyone from all over the world. We currently work with around 5,000 traders. Back in 2012, when we first started, we started with 4. So the growth has been fantastic. But yeah, we're looking to reach all corners of the world. We loads and loads of traders from the US, over where you are, Nick, here in the UK as well. But yeah, over in Asia, I'm speaking to people when we're the talent team and the talent staff are speaking to people from absolutely everywhere. Africa, Russia, you name it, we will have spoken to a trader from that part of the world, and we'll have someone on board in our program.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Because I know, for some of the broker limitations, but because it's a prop firm, it's a little bit different approach, right? Here in the US, we're so limited on brokers. And I think in the UK, you guys kind of are as well. Whoops, I think we lost your camera view for a second there. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you, Nick.
Okay. I can hear you. I just can't see you.
Bear with us 1 second, Nick. No, you can still hear me?
Yes, I can still hear you. Don't worry about it. I can cover for you guys. I will say this. So for those of you guys who are in the chat with me right now, the thing about prop firms that you should consider is that if you are the kind of person, like I said, that doesn't have a lot of trading capital, if you're sitting there and you're like, okay, I'd love to make my trading more worthwhile, the cool thing about finding a prop firm to work with is that can build you up, right? And get you to that next phase of your trading without having to save money for 10 years. Now, if you're in a space where you already have personal fundings, whether you have it from, money that you're making from other jobs or things that you're doing in life, then that's great. But ideally, this is for people who would like to sort of quickly leverage up their trading account size without doing it in a stupid way, trying to double accounts or doing that craziness, right? So that's what I'm saying is, if you are the kind of person that's looking to work with a more experienced set of people and bring it to that next level, Audacity Capital is probably something that you should consider. There's great funds out there, but I will say the interview process is like top notch, right? So let me see if I can just try and see where do their funds come from. That's actually a good question, and I would love to hear from them when they come back. Again, he's just figuring out his camera for a second, which is all good. Looked like the camera battery or something died, but we can just give him a minute to figure that out. I love this firm. Trey, I'm glad to hear that, man. That's something cool to see. Obviously, we're just trying to do a little bit of like a showcase here on the channel today and hear from them. So we'll just we'll just give them a second here. And if we have to cut the show off, I feel like we did get through most of our questions, which is good. So as a backup, we can always figure it out at another point. But is there a trial stage and what is it like? I believe they just have their interview process, right? So they have their way of essentially just interviewing their traders, working with them privately, and then if they believe that they're worth allocating funds to, that's where they kind of get them onto their account. So again, there's a lot of information also down below in the description that you can just click that link. Matthew, are things okay? I know you're probably trying to switch out cameras or something.
I think we're just having some camera issues, but if you can still hear me, we can carry on going through questions if
okay,
if you can
cool.
still hear me.
Yeah, we're kind of close to the end of the questions that we had anyways. So maybe we could just do like one or two more questions and just hear from you, and I can just facilitate that until we're done.
Perfect.
Cool. Let me see. He did already talk about profit split.
We're back.
Oh, you're back. There we go.
Sorry about that.
No problem. It happens. That's the thing about live streams is you don't get a chance to stop and record again. So we'll just make it work.
Perfect.
Okay, so let me see if I can find another question here before we kind of get going. Withdrawal options. So that's another thing. What kind of way do you have for let's say that a trader does well with you guys? How do traders get paid?
Yeah, so absolutely, it's a good question. So once you reach your 10% profit target, you're just going to submit your withdrawal form with us. We have multiple ways that you can process the payment. So we can do international bank transfers. We also use PayPal, which is very easy. Majority of people out there around the world use PayPal. And we can also, if you make the payment initially in Bitcoin or Skrill, so in crypto, we can also process your payment in Bitcoin and Skrill as well. So cool. There's kind of multiple ways that we can process payments. Obviously, we're sending payments kind of all over the world. Different kind of countries and different cultures are going to be using different methods. So yeah, we're definitely adapting to all of the different countries that we're working with over the last years or so.
Very cool. Yeah, and that makes sense, especially with working with people from literally all over the world. You're going to get plenty of different payment options and things like that. So
exactly.
Well, cool, guys. Like I said before we hop off here, I feel like that was probably all the questions we could hit in one thing. I will say, drop a comment down below if you're watching at a later point, or if you didn't get your question answered here live and you did have one. The best way to get in contact with them, there's a link down below in the description. Or if you'd like to drop a comment on the video, maybe I can try and answer to the best of my ability, or maybe someone from there could even take a look at some of the comments as well. But Matthew, thank you so much for your time. Yeah, thank you so much for your time. And this was honestly super helpful. And probably a lot of people were kind of just like, on the fence about thinking about different prop firms. And I think honestly, this would have, if I was in that situation, I would definitely be jumping on the call with you guys. So
absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for your time as well today, Nick. We very much appreciate the partnership that we have with you. And yeah, no, absolutely. I would say the same thing. If you're thinking about joining a prop firm, all you have to do is click the link down below and you can get in touch with one of our team here. They're going to guide you through the process. It's very quick and very easy.
Absolutely, guys. And it's free to do. So go check them out. Go have a conversation. See if it's something right for you. And Matt, again, thank you so much for coming on. And
No.
we'll see you next time, man.
Perfect. Thanks a lot, Nick.
All right, guys, like I said, down below in the description, hit them up, have a conversation with somebody there. I would highly encourage you to at least do your due diligence and go see if it's a fit for you. Why not? It can't hurt to at least talk to them. So with that said, that's going to wrap it up for us today. I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you got something out of it and got some of your questions answered. And with that said, we'll see you back in the next live stream. See you later.